This is summer 2010.
Life's great. Been married for about 15 years. We have 3 sons, Jacob, Wesley, and Ethan. Financially, we're doing great. We've got a literal brand new McMansion, 5,000 square foot home in a prestigious town. Got a driveway loaded with cars in it. There's a Lamborghini in my driveway, for God's sakes. We have 13 TVs. We've got 14 couches. There was hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank account. More importantly,
We were in a very tight-knit family. It really was the pinnacle of life.
Michael loved Christine dearly. When the flowers came for their anniversary, it was a dozen roses for every year they were married. So for their 10th anniversary, 10 dozen roses.
Christine and I, we could do anything together. And when we realized our oldest son, Jacob, has Asperger's or autism, we fought those fights. We were downright amazing at the things we could accomplish.
I'm Jacob Barnet, here with an introduction to scientific notation. I figured that since I was teaching it to my 2 brothers, Wesley and Ethan, I would be able to post it onto YouTube.
Okay, so I'm going to finish this integral, d by dx.
Their oldest son is a genius and was moving through schooling faster than I moved through a pair of shoes.
I did not come here to frighten you all with quantum mechanics. Not yet.
We would get a message from Michael saying, hey, did you see the paper? Jake's on the front page. To Christine's writing a book. It's been picked up by a publisher.
Cube divided.
He has a full scholarship at the joint Indiana University Purdue campus. For Jake, fun is reciting from memory the infinite series of numbers known as pi.
3.1415926535897932384626433.
Jacob's one of the smartest people I've ever heard of. They're traveling the world.
Jacob, when he was 15, got an award from the Vatican.
This was where the Barnets lived. The garage was where Christine Barnet had her daycare. They were all special needs kids.
The Barnet family opened up a foundation, a place where parents and kids with autism could go be with other parents and kids with autism and feel normal.
We were proud of them, and they just seemed so happy together. The Barnets had the picture-perfect life, it seemed.
So we went from early 2010. We're blessed with many things. By the time 2014 came around, I have 37 cents in my bank account. I have no wife. I have no children. I have no home. I have no job. My possessions at that moment was my car and a backpack of clothing. If Natalia never entered our lives, I never get divorced.
Everything on Natalia, they ruined our marriage. They interviewed me 3 times with a detective in a bulletproof vest.
What? What are they going to charge you with?
Jail. This was not Westfield PD. This was like, you have committed a crime and we're about to lock you up.
Christine,
I'm
listen to
telling you that I protected you from that.
Christine.
I did.
Christine, listen to my
What?
voice.
It'd be very good if you just quit talking. Quit it. We're in deep, deep trouble.
We had no idea what we were dealing with, and tensions were so incredibly high. It was a very rough time, especially for the children.
I'm Jake Barnet. Since I've last been seen publicly, in some ways, I think I've regressed. I'm in my dad's basement right now. It's in Indiana. Usually I say Natalia is my adopted sister, so then I guess I would say I'm Jacob, I'm Natalia's adopted brother. But that particular way of introducing myself is kind of irrelevant because I haven't seen Natalia in like a decade. I find the situation incredibly confusing. It's like I want to know what happened, and I want to know the actual truth and everyone's motives. But at the same time, I don't want to remember that, and I don't want to have to revisit a lot of trauma from my childhood. It's difficult for me to piece together what happened with adopting Natalija.
Before Natalija, we had been married for about 15 years. It's easily the best moment in time that our marriage ever had. We were so happy and comfortable that we had gotten to the point that, you know what, we started talking about maybe there's room here for somebody else. We were going to adopt a little girl out of Haiti named Gilberta. And right before that April, the earthquake hit Haiti. And suddenly our hopes were dashed because Haiti shut down all adoptions out of the country. So we were ready to adopt, but we missed our window. And then we get this phone call out of nowhere from this adoption agency in Florida called Adoption by Shepherd Care. They say, hey, we know you. We've seen your home study. We know that you have a charity for special needs children, and you've been doing that for a decade. We think you'd be perfect for this little girl that's going to be coming to us. She's a little person, she has dwarfism. Now, here's the problem. You got 24 hours to decide. And if you don't come get her on Monday, she's going directly to foster care.
Christine and I almost took it as a sign from above. Now we're jumping on a plane, flying to Florida. It's exciting.
When I found out I was going to have a sister, I was really excited. We had some white T-shirts that we painted on saying, "Welcome home, Natalija."
We pull up in the town, and I'll be honest, I was a little taken aback by the adoption agency location. It was in a rundown strip mall, maybe on the wrong side of tracks.
Little house that's been converted into offices.
Didn't look like an adoption agency at all. First thing I'm saying to my wife is, check the address. This just doesn't look right. We're gonna get a child here? So we start coming in, and they sit us into a little room, no bigger than the size of this room we're in right now, and they tell us, just wait here, Natalija's coming soon. And you've got to understand, with it being a closed adoption, the adoption agency was not willing to share any details of her before we came down. They gave us 2 pictures of her. They gave us a Ukrainian language birth certificate. Birth certificate supported 6, September 4th, 2003. We were all excited about that. My youngest son was 6. He was also born the summer of 2003. We thought this was going to be a situation where they're going to grow and develop and be twins.
We're in there for about an hour by ourselves.
We sign paperwork pretty quick. Sign here, sign here, sign here.
We hear the front door open. That's got to be her.
We start peeking through the keyhole. There's a little itty bitty keyhole, it's a solid door, and we're looking and we're looking.
Like, oh, can I see her? I was really excited for her to come home.
About 20, 30 minutes go by, and we can see the door open, and we can see the other family leave.
Because she was adopted before. This is her family that adopted her the first time.
Natalija's left behind. They had flown in, dropped her off, flew out.
We never spoke to them, and we are just thinking, how dare these other people give up on her?
And we've been worried for the last couple of days, worried sick, that our new daughter's not gonna like us. And the next thing you know, the door opens. Natalija's right there. She comes running in. She got this big smile on her face. She's happy as can be. And she's shouting, "Mommy, Daddy, Mommy, Daddy, Mommy, Daddy."